Hey guys, this is Jeannie. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel today, Jeanietouchofclassglam. Today I'm going to talk about a brand new foundation that came out. It's actually a very affordable foundation, and I'm kind of excited and have high hopes for it. I've heard one of the beauty gurus that's a really big vlogger talk about it, her name is Tati. I'm sure all of you have heard of Tati. If you're tuning into me, I'm sure you've heard of her. Anyhow, Tati absolutely loves the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and they just came out with a new Photo Focus that is a dewy and luminous foundation, which as you get older, you definitely want to use something that's going to be dewy and luminous and not dull and dry your face out, because as we get older we have that problem anyhow. So anyhow, if you want to know about this new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, just keep listening. Thank you so much for joining again. Please hit my subscribe button and hit the like button if you like what you see. Any questions or comments, I'm happy to deal with them in the comment section below. Everything I'm using and everything I do, I will be putting in the comment section below, so that way if you want to get a hold of some of this product, then you can do that. So today we're talking about the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Luminous Foundation. And this costs $6.49 at Walgreens, and I don't know if this is my color, but I really want to try it out because I feel like it's going to be good. This is a first impressions. I have not used this before. I did swatch it on my hand. That was it. Anyhow, this retails for $6.49 on the Wet n Wild site. Probably also on Walgreens, Target, and CVS. I'm sure we'll start to carry it, if not now. At some point soon they will carry it, and probably Ulta too. They claim it's the newest innovation in a cult favorite photo focus franchise. It's weightless, super nourishing, and easily blendable, all day wear, silky and creamy. They say it blends seamlessly. We'll see about that. Blurs imperfections, and is ideal for normal to dry skin. As I said again, as we mature, we get more dry. Our skin gets more dry, and so, you know, this claims to be ultralight moisturizing. I am all in for ultralight and moisturizing. It delivers buildable coverage and a long-lasting hydrating glow. So let's get into this and see how it works. I've already applied all my skincare, and I have applied my primer as well. I use the Color Science Even Up Primer. This is my holy grail. I don't think that I've used too much else since I've started doing these movies, because honestly I love that so much, and I have such problematic and such sensitive skin, and it works beautifully for me, so I don't want to mess with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on. So let's talk about the applicator here. The applicator is really kind of bizarre. It's this kind of flat plastic thing. I'm not going to put this on my face because I feel like if I do have a bunch of bacteria on my face, it's just going to transfer, and I just don't want to keep doing that. So my hands are clean. I am going to just put this on the back of my hand. It's not super liquidy, and it's not super thick. It just, I don't know. Let's see how it works. I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend this in. Forewarning, sometimes I have reactions to these things, and if I have a reaction, it's going to come off right away. I'm not going to finish playing with it. So I'm just going to kind of blend it into, I don't know what this looks like. Yeah, it's making me look gray and like a ghost on the screen, on my monitor. It's really hard to pick out your colors in these drugstores. Their lighting is awful, but you know, the thing is, I can fix this with other makeup. So okay, this is one time over, and it gives really nice coverage. I'm just gonna tell you, this is the Beauty Blender, and this is $20, and I usually use a Sephora Beauty Blender, but I decided to try this because it came with a cleaner, and I thought, okay, for $20 I get the cleaner and the Beauty Blender, and so I was like, okay, I'm in, I'll try it. I'm not impressed. I have used this thing probably 10 times and it's falling apart. That's ridiculous. Like, super ridiculous. My Sephora one, I can use for, 4 months and it's fine. 6 months and maybe it starts to disintegrate. But this Beauty Blender is getting a little hole. It's just weird. And then it comes off on my face. I'm like, ugh. Okay, anyhow, enough about that. Okay, so this is one pass, and honestly, it's still coming out. I'm going to see if I can't get some to the other side here. Okay, it's kind of stopped now. Okay, so I'm going to take the other, and I'm going to put it on my face. It's blending out really nicely. It's got pretty good coverage for a one-time pass. I'm going to put a little more on my face because it does dry down. But even though it dries down, it still has a little bit of a luminous effect. And I'll show you guys when I'm done putting this on. So I'm just going to kind of press it into my skin. Oh, gosh. This is like day 3. I haven't been feeling very well. It's hard for me to like smile a bunch and stuff like that because my face starts to freeze. Because of whatever's going on with my head. So anyhow, you'll have to excuse me. I also have some dry areas on my face. So if you see those, I apologize. I have to moisturize more, and I don't know what I use that's causing that because my skin was so great like 3 days ago. I don't know what's going on now. Okay, I have something in my eye. My hair. Okay, so that's one pass. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see what this looks like. Okay, one pass. So it does give a dewy appearance. It's not super tacky. It blended out beautifully, I might add. I think it looks really good. It actually does match my décolleté, which is sun damaged. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do one more pass, but I'm going to concentrate it up in the areas where I have the pigmentation and see how that looks. I mean, so far it's pretty good. I mean, I feel like maybe down here it's accentuating a little bit. I'm going to see what I can do about that though. I'm using this powder that I will talk about. It's Hyaluronic powder by Terry. And this powder is so good. It gets rid of all your imperfections, your pores. I mean, it's really that good. I absolutely love it. It doesn't irritate or dry out my skin. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and so it's supposed to be moisturizing while still being a powder. Okay. Yeah, I have a problem with foundation sometimes, and this is really obviously grabbing in through here. So I'm looking in my mirror. Sorry you guys, it seems kind of rude, but I have to be able to see what I'm doing. So I just moved it. Now I'm not putting this, all over the eyes because I am going to be using my concealer in just a moment. We can see how the concealer, but this does give good coverage. I feel potentially it is already really accentuating the lines. So what I like to do when this happens is, because foundation's always going to concentrate more in the areas of imperfection for women. I like taking the other side of my Beauty Blender that's clean and going back over the area I just covered to see if I can get rid of the way it looks so heavy in that area, which is what ultimately causes it to look cakey and bad. So, but I'm also very dry there, so. But I think considering how dry I am, this isn't too bad. Again, I'm going to zoom you in. Now you can really see what I'm talking about, hopefully. Okay, so in here I'm very, very dry, and I feel like it's accentuating my pores in through here and my dryness, but I have a feeling any foundation would do that. I do feel, looking at the monitor, it might be accentuating my pores. I'm going to see what I can do with my By Terry powder. And then also here, it looks like it's being accentuated quite a bit. Yeah, in the monitor, it looks horrific. But in my mirror, it doesn't look that bad. So I don't know what you guys are seeing. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on some concealer, and I am going to see how the concealer sits with this foundation. I am using the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. I use this. It's very luminous under the eye. I think it gives good coverage. It does have some sunscreen on it, so if you're super hypersensitive to sunscreen, I'd be really careful about using this. Although I did get this from my dermatologist's office. So, okay. So, it does cover nicely though. At least in the monitor, this concealer looks just really good. It's luminous enough that it looks like it really covers. Except if I don't get it in the corner there, it's gonna look really bad. Okay, so. Ooh. Let me fix that. Okay. All right, you guys, so let's see. Okay, so it's a little bit tacky. It's not as tacky as the other foundation that I reviewed, the Bite Beauty foundation. It's not near that tacky. I mean, the color match is good. I think, let me see how many shades that they have. I forgot to include that. I'm so sorry. Give me just a second. I'm pulling it up on my computer. Okay, so they have 20 shades. It's not a huge shade range, but it looks here like they've got, you know, maybe everybody can make it work. They do have dark shades for African American skin, which is awesome. It looks like they have some shades. It looks like they have shades for everybody. So, you know, even though they only have 20 shades, hopefully it's good enough to work for the general population, right? Because nobody should be forgotten with makeup. Everybody should have access to the same makeup, everybody. So this is what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm going to say this. It really up close looks a little bit too heavy for me, for my liking. But I'm going to go ahead, and my mirror is, oh God, it's so dirty. I got to clean it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then I'll do a check-in in a couple of hours, and then I'll do a check-in later tonight, and I'll come back when I apply my makeup, and then we'll see what it looks like with all my makeup. Hey, it's Jeannie, I'm back. So we're going to talk about this Wet n Wild Foundation Photo Focus, the new Dewy Lumineux foundation, $6.49. My thoughts. So, I'm 53 years old. Again, I have combination skin. It's mostly starting to get super dry at this time in my life. And I have a problem with dryness right around this area here. But the rest of my face has been okay for the past couple of days. So, I really like this foundation a lot. I don't think that you can go wrong for buying this foundation. It's a $6.49 investment. This foundation goes on really nicely. It's not, I mean, it is luminous, but it's not super, you know, dewy looking to the point where it makes you look oily. It just kind of, it's more like a silk type of coverage. It's a pretty good full coverage. Let me zoom you in up close so you can see. Okay, you guys, so you can see my face and you can see my imperfections and so forth. So down here are the dry areas, which they're just continuing to be dry. I don't see where it's that much more accentuated by this foundation, except for, generally speaking, these foundations can, any foundation, if it's in an area where you have a lot of lines and skin loss of elasticity, which is loss of stretch, then the foundation, if you put too much in that area, might not look good, no matter what foundation it is. I don't really care what foundation it is. But here's the thing. This has kept its coverage. I feel like my makeup has stayed on nicely. I've been wearing it for about 6 hours now, maybe a little over. And I vacuumed and did some laundry, and I was able to do that today, and during that time I have had no issue with it breaking apart anywhere. It hasn't gotten bunched or caught up in the fine lines under my eyes or in my forehead, or even in these lines here. I mean, it looks good. It's not accentuating my pores. It's not accentuating really anything. This is a really nice foundation. It's super nice. I really appreciate it, and I'm enjoying this. I am going to wear it again. I am going to wear this again. You know, I'm going to keep trying it. If I come up with any problems with it, I'll let you know. But I say for $6.49, you can't go wrong with this foundation. It's a good foundation. It's a really good foundation. It's pretty much right up there, you know, in my top 3, actually, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, I say go ahead and try the WetNWild Photo Focus Dewy Luminous Foundation. It's awesome. You can get it at pretty much any drugstore, and it's on site at the WetNWild site. And if you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to put them down below. I will definitely answer them. If I don't answer right away, just know I will answer within the next few days. And then if you have any suggestions and you've used this, let me know how this worked for you. I'd like to know, because, you know, everybody's skin is different. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. I really appreciate you, all of you. And if you don't mind to consider subscribing to my channel, that would be great. Hit the subscribe button and please ring the bell so you're notified of when I upload another video. But thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.